It's all about you showing up as your best self, feeling your best self, and being able to bring your best self to your clients so they can get their best results, become their best selves, and together create that amazing impact that you're going to feel so proud of. Hi, and welcome to the Driven Female Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Melitta Campbell, award-winning business coach, value whisperer, and founder of the Dream Clients Blueprint, your step-by-step guide to believing in, communicating, and selling your true value with confidence so you can attract more of your perfect fit clients and enjoy having the income, impact, and lifestyle that will make you feel proud. On this show, each week, I bring you practical advice and tried and tested techniques through my own experiences and those of other successful women in business. Our goal is to help you dream bigger and achieve more by learning from what works and feeling inspired to take action. Today, I wanted to touch on what does it really take to attract more of your dream clients. This is something that I talk about a lot. And next week, from Monday, we have the start of the Dream Client Summit. And it's really the theme of the summit. And I've designed it in a way that perhaps is a bit different to what you might expect. So I've been to lots of these summits before. I've been a guest on many summits, and they're always about marketing, sales, messaging, conversion, building your audience, all these things, which of course are very important when you have a business. But too often I see the kind of bookends to that missing. And if you only have this sales and marketing bit in the middle, then your books don't stand up straight. You kind of need two things either side and the shelf altogether. And the days 1, 4, and 5 are those bookends and the shelf. To my mind, this is how I'm seeing it. Hopefully you can follow along with this crazy visualization. So what are those elements? And I wanted to highlight them here because I see too many people missing this, and it really undermines their ability to succeed. And it's only when we understand what these things are that we can actually put everything in place. We start to really believe in the value that we have to offer our dream clients, that we really believe that our dream clients are best off with us, that we can really help them, that we can help them transform and get all the results that they want. And we have the ability to bring our best of ourselves to our clients, to ourselves, to our business, to our community, so that we can really have an impact that we feel proud of. And then we don't have to worry about anything else. If we're showing up as our best selves for our dream clients, having that amazing impact, everything else falls in place. But these bookends on the shelf are what it takes to have those. So on day 1 of the summit, we are looking at alignment and purpose. So this is really, really key. And it's what I didn't have in my first business, I have to say. I put my hand up. I've learned this lesson the hard way. And after interviewing more than 150 women on my podcast and a handful of men, I see it's been a big problem for them as well. So many of us start our business where we are. We start something that we feel we can do. And that's great. You know, it has its merits. But in doing so, we've learned, hold on a minute, something isn't feeling right here. I'm working too hard. I'm burning out. I'm overwhelmed. I'm not feeling confident. I feel that I'm not as good as everyone else, or the clients I'm working with feel difficult. I'm not able to be myself. They are challenging, or I definitely didn't charge this client enough because I am putting in so much work, so much effort, and they still demanding more. So until you know who you are, what you want, what is meaningful for you, what are your values, what is your purpose, your why, until you know these things, it's going to be really difficult to show up as your best self and attract those best clients in, because you're not going to really understand who is in alignment with your values, who works in a way or appreciates the way that you work and you show up, who really sees that value in you and can't wait to work with you and follow your processes exactly and put in the work needed in between. But it starts with you. You have to have that alignment. And once you have that alignment and that purpose, and you know your values, you know your why, you know why you're showing up, you know why the work you're doing feels so meaningful and important to you, and you know how you want to be showing up. Once you have all this in place, then you can create the right business strategy, the right business models. You'll look at all these ideas out there in the internet world and say, that idea feels in complete alignment with what I'm doing. That one, not so much. You can really start to filter your ideas so you don't get stuck comparing yourself. You don't get stuck investing in time and money and all these shiny objects. You know what feels right. And from that solid place, you can start to attract in the right people and opportunities. And on day one, we're going to really explore this. We've got Teresa Heath-Wareing talking about a 3-step model on how to find what it is that you want. What is your dream business? What does that look like? And how are you going to make that happen? You're going to have Larissa Russell coming in and talking all about finding purpose. And you'll also hear from these people, incidentally, how they didn't get this right for a long time, how it's taken them time to figure out, oh, this is what I want. And now I know this, I'm in a much stronger position to have that impact, to do work that feels, I say, right and meaningful. In my first business, I just started doing work that I knew I could get paid for and I could do well. But I didn't even consider who I wanted to be working for, or what impact I wanted to be having through my work, or what was even important to me besides doing something, and having that flexibility around my kids. So for all of those reasons and more, I came very close to burnout, but I stuck it out for 8 years before I really, sometimes the universe has to really bang you over the head with a frying pan, say, get this message. And finally, I got this message that, oh, I'm in the wrong space. I'm not using my talents and experiences and expertise in a way that is creating value in the universe in a way that was making me feel proud. I was doing amazing work. I was working at an extremely high level. So I was definitely having an impact, but it didn't mean anything to me. And when I told other people about what I was doing, they were, wow, that's incredible. But it didn't feel wow or incredible to me because it wasn't in alignment with who I was, my purpose, or how I really wanted to be making a difference. So that day one, you may be tempted to think, I know what I'm doing. It's fine. I'll just skip straight to marketing, but please don't. It's really going to help you see your purpose and alignment in a new way, and make, even if you feel you are there, it's going to help you make more stronger connections. And then we're going to look at who exactly are your dream clients, because it's not everybody, but sometimes it's difficult to say, I'm just going to work with these people. And I see people going round and round in circles. So I'm going to show you why, or what most people do, and why that isn't necessarily the best way to go about it. And the way that I believe works for most service-based businesses, it's a completely different way of thinking about your niching. And I'm going to look at how do you overcome your fears about having a smaller ideal group of clients, and what's the result of that look like. And I think when you see what it looks like in practice, I think the penny will drop. Oh, yes, I can see what an impact that makes now, and how it makes everything else so much simpler for you and so much easier for your clients to find the right fit for them, the right service provider. And if that's you, for you to instantly be seen as that perfect supplier for them, the perfect choice. Then we're going to look at branding. So Sapna's going to come in and close out on day one, looking at, okay, now you know all of that information, and she has this wonderful vision process that helps with that as well. How can you put that across graphically in a way that everything that you do image-wise feeds into that, but also having the experience to go behind it, that your clients really feel it, because your branding, it isn't just a logo or the pictures or the colors or the fonts that you have. It comes into branding, but it's more than that as well. So Satnam's going to take us through all of that. Then day 2, we have some amazing speakers talking to us about marketing. We're looking at email, we're looking at blogging, we're looking at social media, we're looking at events, and we're looking at how you show up personally on camera in meetings and events. So it's a really nice capsule, if you like, of what marketing's all about. Then we have some incredible speakers around sales. If you fear sales right now, you will not. I promise you, by the end of day 3, you're going to see that it's so much simpler and it feels much better than we may be fearing. I'm not going to go too much into that, but do show up on day 3 for the sales speakers. They're going to really put it into context and start challenging your thinking as well. So we've got Sarah, for example, is going to ask, why do we even try squeezing people through a sales funnel when we can just create a beautiful path for them to follow along? And Matthew is going to show us how, even if we feel really shy, we can actually be amazing at sales, and how it starts with hello. And it's not all about the sales call. Johnny's going to show us how we get people on a sales call in a way that just feels so natural and easy. So day 3 is going to be amazing. Day 4, this is where I figured, and I see it with my clients, they know what they're doing, they know who they're attracting, they have an idea of what their brand is, they start putting their marketing plans in place and implementing things, they start getting their sales. Okay, I understand sales process, how to go about it now. Then they freak out. They think, but who am I to do that? But so-and-so does it better. I'm not good enough. All of these doubts can come flooding back. So on day 4, you're going to have a complete masterclass in how to get your mindset in the right place. So Lara's going to talk about your CEO mindset. We have Kate talking about imposter syndrome. We've got Joe talking about your money mindset and how we can start building more profit into our business by simply seeing things slightly different and taking tiny actions. And we've got Crystal talking about visibility. How can we get more visible? How can we be in front of our dream clients saying just the right thing without burning out or freaking out? So we're going to dive into that. I'll be talking about client attraction mindset, which is a bit of a switch. So not necessarily your client attraction mindset, because effectively we covered that on day 1, looking at competent niching, but we're looking at what's going on in your client's mind, because you have to join the conversation that's going on in their mind if you want to lead them effortlessly and naturally to the right decision for them, and give them the information that's going to help them make that choice confidently. So we're flipping the script a little bit for that one, and we're going to look at your client's mindset rather than yours. And then day 5 is, in my view, I think this is the biggie. Day 5 is the one that you'll be really tempted to skip, but it's all about taking care of yourself, being compassionate towards yourself, showing yourself love, really understanding how you're feeling and framing those feelings in a way that's going to support your success, creating that environment and setup to make sure that you can succeed every single day. It's not about affirmations. There is a place for those, but this is going deeper, but simpler almost even as well. And what I love about pretty much everything you're going to learn in the summit, none of it requires any fancy tactics, any expensive investments, no fancy kit or anything. It's all about you showing up as your best self, feeling your best self, and being able to bring your best self to your clients so they can get their best results, become their best selves, and together create that amazing impact that you're going to feel so proud of. So what does it really take to attract your dream clients? It really comes from within. It comes from those bookends, the bookends of knowing who you are, what you're doing, what your values are, how you show up, the alignment piece. Then the other bookend is the mindset, knowing you can do that, keeping that mindset in check. So you're always thinking in a way that's helping you move forward. Even if you have these limiting beliefs, which we will have a gazillion of them, we discover new ones every day when we try and do something new. We're like, oh, there's another one. We're going to show you how you can keep these in check and challenge your thinking. Hang on a minute, is that true? What would happen if I didn't think that way? What would I do? And start to have the tools to move through these limits so that you can stop holding yourself back and really go for the results that you really want. But the shelf, that's day 5. That's the self-compassion, self-love, understanding yourself, knowing how to interpret the way you feel in a way that's going to help you move forward. So please don't miss day 5. As I said, it's the one you'll be tempted to skip, but I think it's quite possibly the day that's going to have the biggest impact on your business, even though very little of it says business. It could be dismissed as woo-woo, but it really, really isn't. I promise you. It's all about self-leadership, taking control, building that confidence, building the strength from within to achieve whatever it is that you want without burning out, without overwhelm, and just by feeling great every day as you move forward. Of course, there are days where things happen, it's not a great day, you don't feel your best, whatever, but despite that, you're going to feel able to still to show up and do your best. So don't miss day 5, and it's going to conclude with Julia Anastasiou, who is going to do an intention ritual so you can bring everything you've learned over the 5 days, everything you're now thinking, right, this is where I want to go next. This is what I want to be achieving. This is what I want to leave behind. And this is where I want to go. She's going to help you filter through those and put that message out into the universe with such a beautiful ritual that you're going to come away feeling so inspired, so excited to move all of that forward. And then, of course, the Tuesday after, we've got the action networking. So you can really, having let everything settle, if you had the VIP pass, maybe you've caught up with a few of the sessions that perhaps you couldn't follow live, and you can bring all of your questions, ideas, anything you want feedback on, any gaps you have that you need help filling, anything at all. But that session is going to be dedicated to, okay, now we're actually putting the line in the ground. We're going to do something now. We are really going to take action. And maybe you've already taken action inspired by the advice and the steps that you've learned, the tools you've been given already, and you want to come back and share that. So that's at the end, but I really can't emphasize enough that attracting your dream clients is about more than the sales or marketing, but it's also about doing what feels good and right for you, building that confidence and putting the boundaries in place, the environment for success, so that you don't step out into the burnout or overwhelm, and you just create something so wonderful, so beautiful, that you just feel like you so energized to show up for you and your clients every single day. I am so excited about this summit. It's coming together. So the power, the knowledge, and how it all interlinks and builds together is so much beyond what I expected. I knew it was going to be great because I've handpicked some amazing speakers, but just how aligned all those speakers are and how they all build on the message of the speaker before, I hadn't quite understood how powerful that's going to be altogether. So please do come and join us. You can get your free ticket at melittacampbell.com/DCS, Dream Client Summit, DCS. And I would really encourage you to consider getting the VIP pass as well, because there is so much knowledge wrapped up in these 25 sessions that if you have access to those over the next 12 months, it's going to help you so much in your business, because what you'll do is you'll take away a level of learning, apply that in your business, grow, see the results. Then you can go back to those sessions and take the next layer of learning out of it. It's like a fairy tale. Every time you listen to the information, you're in a different place. You're a different person. So you take more content away. So being able to revisit those sessions, I think, is going to be so powerful, and you definitely don't want to miss anything. The other thing, of course, you get with the VIP pass is £1,000 worth of bonuses. You get my Marketing Made Simple course. You get my course on building a powerful online presence. You get my masterclass on creating a winning LinkedIn profile. You get my audiobook. You'll be the first to listen to my audiobook, A Shy Girl's Guide to Networking. It's not available anywhere else right now except in the VIP pass. So you can be the first to listen to that. It can be downloaded as an app on your phone, so you can take all the sessions with you. You can take the audiobook and listen to it in the car, while walking the dog, while in the playground, whatever you're up to. You can take the summit with you by downloading that app as well. So I do hope you will seriously consider that VIP pass. It's just £47 before the summit starts. So right now it's 47. That's the early bird price, which I think is about $55 for anyone in the States, and Swiss francs and euros wise, it's 43, I think, possibly. Anyway, I believe it's an amazing investment that will pay off for a very long time to come as well. So, but either way, please do join us in the Dream Client Summit. There is so much in there. Every speaker has been so generous in sharing their best content. It won't be sales pitch after sales pitch after sales pitch. It's definitely not one of those summits. And you get as well a self-assessment you can take before you come to help you get the most information that's relevant for you. You get play sheets to go along with every session so that you can capture your best information, start taking action. There's a whole heap of value wrapped up in this summit. So I do hope you will join us. I look forward to seeing you over there. Meantime, I've been your host, Melitta Campbell, and there will not be a podcast episode next week because we'll be busy in the summit, and you'll be busy, hopefully, watching the summit and following along, taking those lessons, starting to take action in your business, taking inspired action even better. So there will not be the podcast episode next week, but we'll be back the week after with some brand new interviews for you. So I look forward to seeing you in the summit, and otherwise here on the show in a couple of weeks. Bye.